Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. To give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to you, I can pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be about an article in Newsweek. It says Putin ally predicts U.S. will collapse in imminent uh, new civil war. It's a lot again for my voice. Been under the weather a couple days, but the show must go on. It says former Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev, a close ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin, issued a warning on Saturday predicting the U.S. will collapse in an imminent new civil war amid this year's election over Russian sanctions. So now you even got these other leaders from these other countries prophesying the end of America, man. Hey, hey, this thing is obvious, man. All right, this thing is so obvious, and you got this guy prophesied. It says since the Russian-Ukraine war began in February 2022, Western countries have imposed sanctions on Moscow, with several thousand sanctions on Russian individuals, businesses, and government institutions. The U.S. has gradually expanded the sanctions it imposed as President Joe Biden issued an executive order in December, which allows the U.S. to directly sanction foreign banks, facilitating significant transactions for Russia. Facilitating significant transactions for Russia. Washington threatened to block such banks that conduct business with firms that support Russian defense industry from its financial system. And the world sees what's going on, man. That's why you see a number of countries joining the BRICS, the BRICS summit, the BRICS nations, because they see what the U.S. is doing with its sanctions, man. And that's gonna spell even more doom and gloom, for the mighty U.S. dollar, man. All right. It says in a Saturday Telegram message, Medvedev, deputy chairman of the Russian Security Council, spoke about the current political climate in the U.S. and the 2024 race that will see former President Donald Trump and the GOP presidential nominee face off against Vice President Kamala Harris, who won the Democratic presidential nominee after Biden dropped out on July 21st. All right. It says, out of spite for the current administration, Donald Trump has threatened to lift sanctions against Russia, but will he really do it? Elected? No, of course not. For all his apparent bravado as an outsider, Trump is ultimately an established insider. And everybody sees this, man. Hey, regardless of who gets in there, man, hey, this place is over with. Right? Hey, Trump is not the savior. Hey, Kamala definitely ain't the savior of Mystery Babylon. But regardless of who gets in, hey, this place is done, man. Right? He says, yes, he is eccentric, narcissist, but he is also pragmatic. As a businessman, Trump understands that sanctions harm the dollar's dominance in the world. However, that insufficient reason to stage a revolution in the U.S. and go against the anti-Russian line of the notorious deep state, which is much stronger than Trump, Medvedev said. Read one more paragraph of this. It says, he added, but what about Harris? You shouldn't expect any surprises from her. She is inexperienced and, according to her enemies, just plain stupid. Beautiful, meaningless speeches and boring, correct answers to questions will be prepared for her, while she will read off a teleprompter while laughing contagiously. There are sanctions against the USSR throughout the 20th century, and their return on an unprecedented scale in the 21st. So it is sanctions forever, or rather until the U.S. collapses during an imminent new civil war. After all, Hollywood makes films about this for a reason. So even he sees the downfall of this place, man. Live in a living color. This is Isaiah 42:9. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you them. So, right. This guy, this Russian prime minister, he sees this thing this thing coming to pass, man. He sees the end of it, man. A lot of our people can't see the end of it. They still have hopes and dreams in this place, but they're gonna be a brutally mistaken with what's coming next. You know. From there, let's go to and second Ezra 15 and 15 and 15. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." So you can see what clearly is going on here in Mystery Babylon, also known as America. You have the immigrants, you have the left wing versus the right wing, you have so-called hot button issues on each side, which is doing nothing more than provoking division. You got articles coming out with, certain states providing down payments so immigrants can get houses. This is stoking a lot of division, and it's pissing off a lot of people. But it's done. It's done on purpose, man. All right. These movies. The guy mentioned the movie Civil War. There was another movie that's on Netflix, Leave the World Behind, where it always mentioned how it wanted to have America implode from the inside, right? Through division, have the citizens go at each other. And this thing is going to happen, man. Let me keep reading. 2 Ezra 15 and 16. "For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." And this is what's coming, man. That a Russian guy, talked about the collapse and the imminent new civil war, because Hollywood even makes movies about this. So that's a lot of foreshadowing, right? That's going on within Hollywood, that predictive programming. Let's keep going. From there, I want to grab something out of Daniel, because scriptures repeat themselves over and over, and things that happened before happen now, right? This is Daniel, the 5th chapter. This was speaking about a certain judgment that when you read up or read back, this is about the Babylonian kingdom. It says, Daniel 5 and 24, "Then shall part of the hand sent from him, and the writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Mene, mene, tekel, upharsin. The interpretation of the thing. Mene, God have numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting. Perez, their kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians." And this time, unlike Babylon, it's going to go into the next so-called, people's rule, next kingdom's rule, or next heathen's rule. This time, this kingdom is going to be destroyed. Esau, Edom's kingdom, and the next one to rule is going to be the nation of Israel. All right, leading with Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's going to be the next order of things. It's not going to be Russia. It's not going to be China. After they sitting here predicting the fall of this bitch, it's going to be the Lord and his people coming up next, right? And from there, we got one more in the book of Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. "And Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?" Right? So, that division, kingdoms not getting along, that's a running theme within the scriptures. And people can clearly see, even these Russian prime ministers, that this bitch is finished, man. Hey, so hold tight. Give all glory and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And we almost out of here.